What's the Shamtastic game? A little bit of this, a little bit of this. Okay, welcome back to another video. Alright, first of all, I just want to let you know that I struggle so hard with making this video. I struggle hard with vulnerability, and last week's video was an example of that. Last week, if you did not know, I made a video shooting my shot out to 2 brands. September is stage 3, monetization. So for the month of September, we're creating assets and building systems. And just like now, how my defense is up, wanting to sound cool, look professional, and all around, as T.S. Madison says, show up as the representative. When deep down, all I want to do is post my accomplishments. At least that's what my ego wants to do. But like many others, I'm going through a very difficult time. I don't have the answers. I'm continuously betting on myself. So hello, my name is Shamar Miles. And if you've never seen my face before, I'm a coach, influencer, dancer, gamer, financial advisor, a business owner, and overall, and most importantly, a boss. Now, don't hang up. But Shamar, we want to know, what is the point of this video? The point of this video is I need help. I can't do it all by myself. Sorry, I'm eating. It's nervous eating. Like I said, I've been struggling to make this video. I struggle really bad about being vulnerable about my failures or being lost. But this is something I've never done before. So last week you seen me shoot my shot at 2 different brands. These are brands that align with my personal brand, which I would love to represent. And don't get me wrong, I don't want to say that I'm giving up or give you an inkling that I'm giving up, because I only did one reach out. And I had did several before to get my first brand deal. So first I want to introduce something about myself, because when you start to learn yourself, you start to learn your habits. And I just want to admit that I'm a complainer and a worrier, especially about my future if I decided to just not do what I'm doing now, which is the content journey, content creation, influencer, unforeseen future really. So I just want to introduce an idea to you that may reshape or reframe your mind about people who have high anxiety and worry a lot. I think people who have high anxiety and worry a lot are the people that are most aware or concerned about their future. These people, like myself, are go-getters, motivators, problem solvers, fixers, great planners, and the list goes on and on. But where these people struggle, like myself, is coming up with solutions when we don't have enough information. So when the future seems so unforeseen, the anxiety and the worry creeps up. Sometimes the feeling of high stress and anxiety can be so strong that it can cripple your progress to building your business. And that comes from a lack of certainty and a lack of information. So this is why this month is about reaching out to brands, reaching out to creators, collaborations, building assets, building systems, to take away some of the anxiety and high stress about my business. Now, I'm be honest. Now, for those of you who've been following me this long, you have seen that I've got one brand deal, which I became a daily pay ambassador. So like I said, I've been reaching out to 2 other brands and they fell flat. The reach was cold. They was not seeing or hearing a brother. It's me. Throwing stuff at the wall to see if it sticks. That was my visual representation. And the more that I delve into this business life, I realize that this is really trial and error. But people online and people that have been in business for years make this seem like it's so easy. So before I go on explaining about how I'm so lost and how I'm just all over the place from the words of other people, not myself, because I very much feel secure in the place that I'm in. I understand that God is working on me and my business is working on me to make me the better version of myself, or become the better version of myself. And I'm so tunnel vision that I can't listen to outside people who never done what I'm doing. And I'm not saying don't listen to them if they have good advice, but don't listen to them when they're trying to shoot down what I already built up. So I really want to hone in on what the month of September is really about. As I previously stated, this is September, stage 3, the month of monetization. We're creating assets like my first ebook that I'll be launching on October 1st. Shooting my shot with brands and grants and figuring out if I can get different loans from banks to support my business. Differentiating if I need a LLC, a S Corp, or a C Corp, and what that even means. And finally, not lastly, building systems to make this sustainable. To make content creation sustainable. To where I don't have to clock into a 9 to 5. And like I've stated in my previous videos, and I will state again now, there's nothing wrong with working a 9 to 5. You can still create the best living for yourself working a 9 to 5. It's been done countless of times. If you don't know by now, I am an advocate for using AI. And this is my stance on it. You don't have to agree. People that are millionaires and billionaires that I am not. I'm not even 100,000 there, okay? So the people that's really making the money that matters are the people that are using AI. And whether we like it or not about the damage that AI is doing to our capacity as thinkers, as humans, to our environment, they don't care. They care more about making a dollar. So I'd rather use the tools of the rich to make myself become rich as well. I'm just going to keep it on 100, a buck, whatever the YNs be saying. Am I a YN? So some of the habits that I've instilled in myself, and by habits I mean systems because that's why I named them. Habits is something, in my opinion, which is short term. When you build a system, that's something that's sustainable, something that is over a long period of time, something put in place to never be broken. Some of these systems would be listed in my first ebook, 60 Minutes a Day to a Better Future, Building Systems, Not Habits. Number one, I need you to look at your life. I need you to set a wake up time and a go to bed time. And you need to live by that every day. Now, you can apply this to every single other thing in your life. But I just want to give you an example. When you grew up going to elementary school, you were on a schedule. A scheduled time for classes, lunch, recess, what have you. You need to treat your life back like you were a child because you are retraining yourself. You are reprogramming yourself. So set that wake up time. Set that breakfast, dinner, lunch, go to bed time. Set it and live by it. Now, this one might cause you to burn the midnight oil a little bit. If you are really serious about building your business, want to be successful in the business, entrepreneurial, solopreneur space, you're going to have to lose a little sleep, especially if you already have another job. And the reason why I say another job, because I like to prioritize my business as my career and my 9 to 5 is my job. It is what it is. I'm so career focused, freedom focused. So the last example and discipline system that I want to give you is when you're completing your task for that day, week, or month, or whatever period that you're building, posting, subscribing to your business, you need to be thinking ahead about the next post. So let me give you an example. I create pre-recorded videos every Tuesday, right? But I don't make them, meaning I don't script them or come up for the idea of a video Monday night or Tuesday morning. Now, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with that if you can manage that type of schedule to work on the same day. But however, I run multiple businesses and multiple pages, which causes me to not have a lot of time. And it's just more proactive to get more things done. So all in all, what I'm saying is schedule out your content just the way that you set your wake up time, your brunch, dinner, bedtime. You need to do the same thing about your business. And really, if you're not even wanting to be a business owner, solopreneur, entrepreneur, do this for your 9 to 5. Promise yourself that you'll always be on time. Be the most effective with your lunch break. The list goes on and on. So although I complained majority of this video, I hope that you could take some systems in order to not worry, not complain about the future of your business, and have faith that the creator is already aligning things for you for a better future. So it wouldn't be me if I wouldn't start talking about promotions. And don't click off because this can help you, okay? So I'm currently writing my first ebook, 60 Minutes a Day to a Better Future, Building Systems, Not Habits. So can I be 100% honest? I know that I'm going to get this done, but I need all the help from every single person that watched this video. If you have something constructive or destructive to say, I need that advice. I need help on how to write an ebook, not only for monetary gain, but for my own personal reasons. I want to see all my hard work be put into fruition. The reason why I started this content, the reason why I started these pages, is to help people transform themselves. The way of the world right now is not in support of me. Especially we can see this with the new Charlie Kirk movement going on. I want to see people who look like me, black, queer, or straight, succeed. So this is me begging on my knees. I'm on my knees. Shout out to Lloyd. If you have experience writing an ebook, creating assets, shooting your shot with brands, and attaining grants, sponsorships, I need your help. If you know anyone, don't be afraid to DM me and say, hey, here's this person's connect. Help me help you. So Shamtastic, again, we have come to the end of the video. And I just want to say I'll be posting a lot more. Getting over this anxiety, a high stress about performing a certain way, wearing my wig, makeup, and so many more things. And plus, I feel like a lot of more people deserve my personality instead of me just getting on here and being ha ha. So I hope you found this video helpful. Hit that like button, share button, subscribe button, all those things so we can continue to grow. And if nobody told you all year, all month, all week, all day, I love you. Shamtastic.